The Magic on their way to the locker room earlier tonight. Defending their home court means a lot to this team. The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And joining us now courtside, the man who won 3 consecutive NBA titles, the incomparable Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, it is so great to be with you.
Kevin, it's great to be here. I just always wanted to tell you this. When I was playing, I just used to love when you used to say my name. So thank you for all the great times when you said my name. Appreciate you very much. This guy next to you, I used to hate playing against him. All he did was try to come down and double team on the trap.
With Greg?
Yeah, Greg, just always. But other than that, I love being here with you guys. You know what? Ernie and Kenny are so jealous of me right now.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Cole Anthony.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3. And for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Ennis out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Carter in at the center, locking down the middle. And last season, Shaq, you called out Joel Embiid, said with his talent, he's got to affect the game to a greater degree. Talk about what you see in him.
I think he's got all the tools to be a championship big man. For him, I think it's all mental, though. You know, he has to look to dominate every time. I know he has the ability to shoot, but just because you can shoot from long don't mean that should be your every shot. And, you know, again, for me, it was about taking the high percentage shots. I could have shot the fadeaway and, you know, the little step back, but nope, taking the high percentage shots. And I think Embiid should do the same thing at times.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Boy, for a young guy, Fultz is really a smart player. Takes on the pick and roll with confidence and poise. Man, outstanding work.
Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. A nice shot by Simmons. Shaq, looking back at your first trip to the finals with the Orlando Magic, what did you learn going up against Hakeem and the Houston Rockets?
Well, I learned that it wasn't going to be easy. I learned don't celebrate too early. And I also learned that winning a ring is very hard. And winning 4 was something special. But I like to thank Hakeem Olajuwon and my good friend upstairs, Kenny Jet Smith. I know you're jealous you're not down here with me. I want to thank you for beating me badly like you did because it taught me how to become a winner. Love you, Kenny, but I don't love you that much because I'm down here and you're up there.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot. You know, after missing his first year out of college due to injury, Ben Simmons ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 2018, proving the wait was worth it.
And we see a lot of tough kids on a Michigan State, Shaq. Gary Harris comes right to mind.
Yes, you know I'm a detective in real life. You can ask Greg about the time I pulled him over on South Beach. But the statute of limitations is not up on that, so we're not going to talk about that.
It was a misdemeanor.
But this guy has a football background. He shrugs off contact, and he plays both ends with a lot of physicality.
He does indeed. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot. Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Puts it up from 12. Here's Embiid. Porter with a block.
And the defensive chops Porter brings to this squad invaluable. You see the effects of it right there. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Carter. Mo Wagner comes in for Ennis. Hampton's checked in for Terrence Ross. And Anthony's subbed in for Fultz. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Portis, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Green comes in for Korkmaz. Maxey's checked in for Shake Milton. And George Hills subbed in for Simmons.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And it's Green missing. Here's Orlando now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Hampton kicks to Anthony. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now, here's Hampton. Guarded by Harris. Shot clock at 6. Hampton misses. Portis in the post. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Magic up by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Indiana Pacers. Porter is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Bamba. Then there's Hampton. And it's Anthony in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. Shaq, you had some fierce rivalries with other centers, and later you formed great friendships with some of those guys. Is that something you pursued, or did it just kind of come organically?
I saw Russell and Wilt become friends off the court. I felt I should do the same thing with Alonzo Mourning and Yao Ming. Me and Zoe didn't really become friends until I got to know him. And I admit I was a hypocrite because if you know Zoe, he had the mean look on his face. I thought he was a mean guy. And then when we played together in Miami and won that championship, I realized he was a great guy. And Yao Ming, listen, he was an awesome guy. You know, it's good that, you know, two different cultures could come together for one common cause. So it's good to have friends like that.
Did Yao teach you any words, any Chinese, or did you come up with any to say, good day, my friend?
For the first 3 years, I didn't speak to Yao. And then one time I hit him with a Akeem Olajuwon move, and he's like, nice move, big man. And I was like, Yao, you speak English? He was like, yeah, Shaq, you never talked to me. True story.
That's a great story.
True story.
That's a great story. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and two mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Ennis comes in for Porter. Terrence Ross is checked in for Hampton. And it's Fultz in for Anthony. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Maxey. And Simmons subbed in for Hill. For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. Second free throw, no good. Orlando leading. Now Fultz. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Bamba against Portis. Just 5 to shoot. Bamba passes to Ennis. Knocks down the 3 ball. Ennis has got the lead up to 5 now for Orlando. And we want to thank the big Aristotle for joining us here. Dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the big Baryshnikov?
Nah.
Are we giving that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
And Clark, it hasn't taken Shaq much time, has it, to go from being a superstar on the court to a force with our broadcast here courtside?
Well, I tell you what, Shaq's one of those guys who just hits the ground running. He's a phenomenon in terms of personality, branding, business, excellence at every level. He was an all-star starter as a rookie. That talks about his ability to get going fast. So he adapted to the broadcast booth just the same way.
Ross with a wide open look. It's rebounded by Portis.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Korkmaz. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Oh, I love the intensity of Fultz. He brings it all the time, has that dial turned up.
Here's Simmons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And now, kicked back to the studio set after his brief tryout alongside Kevin and crew, the big fella, Shaquille O'Neal. Were you aware it was a tryout?
Well, that was great.
When's the last time you ever had to try out?
I've never had to try out, but it was great. I just want to let you guys know I'm missing them already.
Wow, well, it was nice of them to have you and make it have you back.
Yes.
Well, I'll leave right now, then, Kenny.
Okay.
I feel that way.
That's why you feel that way about us.
I'm just saying, I miss him. I miss you guys too, but I miss him.
Don't let the door hit you, big fella. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward. On the wing, Harris. Back to Embiid. Over Fultz. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And here's Ennis. 6 points for him. Carter outside. Fultz against Simmons. Carter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Ben Simmons. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And Orlando making a change here. Anthony's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Hill, he's checked in for Shake Milton.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Here's Simmons. Second shot opportunity. Embiid, no good.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. From down in the low post, it goes. Ennis has got 8. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Korkmaz passes to Harris. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris, because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
That's good from Harris.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Mo Wagner comes in for Ennis, and Hampton subbed in for Fultz. Then for the 76ers, Green comes in for Korkmaz, and Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
To the middle, here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Harris. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. Bamba is checked in for Wendell Carter. And the 76ers also making a change. Portis is checked in. Here's Anthony. Makes it off the glass. And the Magic lead by 5.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Portis. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Anthony kicks to Wagner. Count the basket. Wagner's got the lead up to 5 now for Orlando.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Embiid trying to break loose, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got his first basket of the night.
You know, Hill is long and athletic, but deceptively strong, as he showed you there, using his body well.
Anthony looking it over. High arcing shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
It's his first trip to the line.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it.
2 shots.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And the first one at the line is good. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And both free throws good for Anthony. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now, here's Maxey. Tight defense on him. The 11-footer, counted in the Orlando lead, has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Portis.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
And a wide open look for Porter. Here's Bamba. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, you can see Bamba's composure down there. I mean, even when he's under pressure, he stays aggressive and calm.
For Orlando, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba, Mo Bamba for short, is a terrific athlete and has a great work ethic, too.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Magic up by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Bamba is out there with Otto Porter Jr., and it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Orlando.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. 3-point lead. Pass to Porter. Changes up. Bamba trying to break free. A layup good by Porter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Fultz looking around. And there's a foul. Will go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. The 76ers also with a sub. Harris is checked in for Maxey. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Ennis. Clock at 6. Ross for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Ross has got the lead up to 6 now for the Magic.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Here's Simmons. Carter pulls it in. Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Ross, the basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 4 assists in the game.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Here's Simmons. Orlando grabs the miss. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Passes to Ennis. The kick out to Porter. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
To halt the run, and it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr.? Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
Fultz against Simmons. It's tipped and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Fultz, the pass to Porter. Back to Fultz. Pulls up on the wing. That shot off the mark. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
26 seconds left in the game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And what you like about Porter, he can do a little bit of everything for you. Defend it, rebound it, space the floor, and he's unselfish.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Simmons with it, and it's Carter picking him up. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time
Shoot
really
two.
to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. And the 76ers call time here. They're behind by 7. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Otto Porter Jr.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Pulls up, high post. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Harris looking it over. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
I like the competitive juice of Gary Harris. He wants to win every game, and he plays for his team at a high level.
So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.